Okay, hi, I'm back. It took longer than I thought. Anyway, I am a perfectionist when I do my work, so I did another background, and I fixed the boo-boo that I made when we were on before. And I messed up the eye on this one, so I had to fix it, and trying to think what else I had to do to fix. Oh, and if you notice, and I'll turn them around because I am upside down for you guys, and not me. Um, I wasn't paying attention when I glued them on. So this one right here is the opposite of this one right here. So it's a boo-boo. But you know what? It's going to be on two different sides, so nobody's really going to notice. Anyway, it's for me, nobody else. So here we go. We got both of them. They're facing in different directions. And remember, this is hot pink, but it looks like a different color in the video. So I'm going to turn them upside down. So now we got the backs facing. And I want to, let me see. I don't know how this is going to work. Okay. Make her as straight as possible. All right. And that looks good, straight. So what I do, so that I know that I'm putting my glue on straight and I am putting the stick on straight, I use these thin sticks, which are kebab skews. And one side is pointy. You know, it's weird, it's backwards for me. So this is pointy, and this is flat. So I always put the flat on the bottom. Don't want the pointy because you don't want anybody to hurt themselves if you're doing this for somebody else. And then I take my ruler. If I knew where my little ruler was, usually I have it up there. I could measure on now. Some bit of paper. No. Alright, so let me grab my big ruler. Hold on. Okay. I take my big ruler and I make this, my computer's in the way, I'm sorry, as straight as I want. You know, you try to make it as straight as possible so it doesn't tipple over. You want it to be as straight as possible. Okay, so then I take the ruler and I line it up on my mat from top to bottom, and try to center her at the same time. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, and then I take a Sharpie, since it's black on black, and then nobody's going to ever see this. Let's see if I could, let me move this up a little. Again, guys, this is the first video I'm ever making, so please bear with me. And I hope that you could see well and everything. Okay, so then I'm going to just make a line since I have it straight. Because when you put on the glue, sometimes, you know, you go cockeyed, and never want to go cockeyed. Alrighty. So, I don't know if you can see this. You're only going to have to do it on one side. Can you see the line? Just barely you can see the line, but I can see it with the lighting. Okay. Then I take my hot glue. And this is really off, but let's see. This way. Okay, that's pretty good. Actually, I'm going to move it over a little bit anyway, because I don't want it too close. It was really close to this little opening, so that you don't want people to see the stick on the inside when it's up. So, but you have a general line, so you could definitely go by that line and pull it over just about 1/4 of an inch. Let me grab my hot glue gun and my glue. You know, we all like to drink while we craft, so I put all my things in wine glasses. I have this in a wine glass. Oh, look, this is my other wine glass that I did. See my Mickey and Minnie. I love, whoop, wrong way. Love Mickey and Minnie on my glasses. And I added a pearl. See? Love them. Okay. And after we finish this, I'm putting this together. I will show you another thing that you could do with these. Everybody was saying how they wanted to put them on the walls of their kids' rooms. I have a great idea, and I might be able to show you how to go about doing it too, if anybody's interested. So let me put another piece of glue in here. And straight down, I'm going to put the glue. And sometimes I'll just put 2 lines so I know that it's going to be stuck. With the skew, line it up, and hold it. You always want to just press down. You might get your fingers burnt in the hot glue, just like that. And then you just pull away excess that, you know, is popping up. It doesn't matter. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to bombard it with popsicle sticks. Try to make your popsicle sticks go in all different directions and that they fit. See, I just try to get all the corners. Oops. And you're only going to do this on one side. You don't need to do this on both sides. Okay? It's only going to be one side. Now, this is really short, and to put a popsicle stick in here is no good. So what I'm going to, I don't like that popsicle stick. It had a curve to it. Try to keep them as flat as possible, or else your paper is going to, you know, warp a little. So I kind of like measure it. And everything is eyeball when it comes to this. You do not have to measure the popsicle sticks. So I put my finger here. I know that it's this, oops, again, it's right here. So I grab these are wire cutters, but they work perfectly fine. See, they're just plain old wire cutters. But on one side it's a knife. So I stick the popsicle stick in there. Squeeze, and it cuts it for you really nice. You don't have to break them, and you don't have that weird edge. And then measure, put it back in, make sure that it fits, and then draw a line with your glue. And hold. Okay. And then what I do is I'll turn it around and do the other side. There's a, the way I learned how to do this, and I have to put a shout out to her because she's phenomenal with what she does. I don't remember her first name, but she's Crickflix. She does a lot of print. Well, actually, she does all of her items printed, and then she puts them together like I do. She does great work. Great work. I mean, she does 2-foot pieces. I'm not into the 2-foot pieces quite yet. They're just too much for me because I don't want to mail out 2-foot pieces. And it's a lot of work when it becomes that big. So this size, I think, is just perfect. There's also other things that you could do with them when you're doing the wood base. You know, people want to put balloons. They say, oh, but I want balloons. So I just came up with the idea, and I mean, it's not my brain. It's not my bright idea. My bright idea. But you could screw in, I don't even know what they're called, in the base, right over here, behind it. Again, I'm losing you. Right here. All you have to do is screw in. What did I do with them? Did I put them away? Hold on. sorry. I don't know what I did with them. I call them eyelets, but they're not eyelets. Oh, here they are. They're for frames. Oh, they are called, no, they're called screw eyes. Screw eyes. These. Can you see them? See what they look like? They're like little screws with the holes in the top of them. So if you take one of these and you screw it into the base, people can tie their balloons to it, which is a great idea. Now, I didn't come up with the idea all on my own. Somebody else made those. I'm just putting them together. I can't take credit for anything. Like I said, I think her name is Joanne. I'm almost 100% sure from QuickBooks. She came up with this idea, and I just watched hundreds of her videos because she has hundreds of videos out. And that's how I learned how to do this part. I mean, and then she sells all her characters and everything on her Etsy store, custom orders, and so on and so forth. She does all the designer brands. She does these little princesses. She has some great stuff. So I would take a gander at her stuff if you have a chance to get onto YouTube and watch her videos. And I'm telling you, I've been watching her forever. Forget about that. So now with the head, we have to make sure that Minnie's head's big. Mickey's head is big. So you really have to put a little bit of support. So what I've noticed that she does is she'll make like V's and things of that nature. What I do is I'll just go like this and make it almost like a box, and it winds up becoming really secure. I feel like I'm making a YouTube video, but I don't know where this is going after I tape it. I don't know if I'm going to put it just on Facebook for you guys, or if I'm going to send it to you guys individually. And I hope this is exactly what everybody needed in terms of learning how to do this. I'm just going to stick these two up here, and then we should be good. I'm trying to speed this up a little bit because so far the other video was 24 minutes. And if you stayed with me the whole time, this would have been like a 3-hour video. Okay, so see, as you can see, with all the popsicle sticks, she's pretty sturdy at this point. Now, let me zoom out a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. See, she's pretty sturdy. And then when you put the other piece on the back, ugh, she's so sturdy, she's not going to fall down. Alright, so now, my wine glass over there. Now what we do is we take the Minnie, and we put her over here, and we line her up with the other one. And it can slip, so it's not 100% that it'll wind up even. So you have to be careful. Okay, let me get the glue. And then what I do is I'll just lift up the bottom part and hot glue the popsicle stick and just a little bit around it. But when you press this down, don't press it down hard. Otherwise, you're going to wind up with a lot of loopies. So just slightly. It'll be warm, but you want it to make sure that it attaches. So that piece is done. So then I just turn her upside down. You flip her open and you start just gluing slowly, because you don't want to wind up putting too much glue down and then it not being hot enough for it to stick. So you go in little parts, that's all. And hot glue, if it strings, you know, if you're a crafter, just pull it off and it'll disappear. So what I do is I just do the popsicle sticks for now. I just lost all that. Yeah. And if you miss one, you miss it. It's not like it's gonna make a difference. And I'm going to show you, you know, sometimes you get glue on top. I have this for about, I don't know, 15 years. It was square. It's now not square anymore, but I've had it for 15 years. They're expensive. They may be about $20 for an eraser, but they last forever, and they're meant to pull up rubber cement glue. So if you have like a glue spot on here, what I do, I make sure that it's clean. I go and I rub it down on something hard so that it balls up and makes little chunks. And then all you do is rub it on your paper and it'll take off. It'll erase anything. If you have pen mark on there, nail polish, glue, anything, it'll take it right off. So let's finish gluing her up here. And glue, the hot glue dries pretty thick. So when I say put a little bit on the, you know, outside of the popsicle sticks, it still has a space in between because the glue is thick and it almost looks 3D. Also, anyway, so it keeps it all together in the same perspective. And if you wanted to just, since I missed the ear, you could throw some in the ear. And softly touch it, that's all. Just so they attach. And I mean, the way I'm doing it may be a little bit difficult because, of course, I'm trying to do it fast. And basically, this is all she wrote on how to go about putting them together. And at this point, once she's put together, look, there's no bend in her. I mean, unless you actually bend her. But she's put together. She's done. Let's see. I made, see, she's all done. And you have this little piece of stick. And then put her in the stand, and we're all done again. There we go. And now at this point, when you have her done, you can decide what you want to do with her. You could put pearls on her, like I did on this one. See, I put pearls. And I didn't even glue the pearls all the way down. I made it so that it's loose. I put the ribbon on her down here. Other possibilities is doing rhinestones here or rhinestones around here, or giving her a bling bracelet. But she is a ballerina, so I mean, I don't know how much more. You could do, some people had suggestions of putting glitter on the bow and her shoes. Some, even, I try to keep things together, so maybe if you did it on the bow and the shoes, you could do it on the inside of the dress. I mean, after you put it together and after you decide your colors, the possibility is endless as to what you want to do with them. I love the way this one came out with the color and the polka dots. So we got two different ones, same exact file. So you could do whatever it is that you please. Let me zoom out a little bit so that you can see them both together. I mean, there you go. I hope that this, I mean, I know it was a choppy video. Like I said, it was the first one I ever did. So, you'll just have to bear with me, and if you liked it, you liked it. If you don't, I'm really sorry, and we'll have to try to do another one. I just wanted to also say thank you to everybody who liked that little short video of all my minis, and all the suggestions and the feedback, and everybody being concerned with me selling. But, I just wanted to show you one other thing that I have hanging on my wall. I love Mickey and Minnie. I have, my dog's name is Minnie, and she's a Yorkie. And prior to Minnie, I had a Mickey who was a Rottweiler. And so, as you can tell, I love them. So, hold on one second. Let me just tilt you up. As you can see on my wall, I have on canvas, and they are paper. So let me zoom in, see if you could see a little bit better. They're, that's all paper. It's 3D, and if anybody's interested in me teaching them how to do it, I'll be more than happy. I know I have these files posted on the Disney and Kids Facebook page, I think it is. I uploaded actually those pieces and also the files. So if anybody's interested in having those, you could go on there and look. Like I said, I did make these though 3D. So again, if anybody has any more questions, message me, and we'll go from there, because now this video is 40 minutes long, and I don't blame you for walking away. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later, and thank you again.